So a new anime came out just recently, just last week pretty much, that Funimation and everyone has been hyping up to be one of the greatest anime of this year pretty much. It's called My Hero Academia. It's basically full of superheroes and the main character doesn't have any power and he wants to go to a school where the superheroes all learn to be superheroes pretty much. And that's where the story pretty much kicks off. The pretty generic, type of story. The animation for this anime is actually really, really good. I mean, it has this cartoon feel, but yet it's not too cartoony, it's not too crazy with the animation. It's not as good as One Punch Man, which One Punch Man, I feel like this is trying to be the next One Punch Man. With all the superheroes, the same themes. It's not going to live up to the potential. One Punch Man just came out of nowhere and the hype just flew off. This one, I feel like they're pushing it too much when it's just a normal, generic story. It starts off with like this gigantic shark-looking dude and this superhero who uses wood powers to fight him, and it's neat to see the different kind of superheroes there are. And they explain how, the world was normal and then all of a sudden people started having superpowers and it just became the norm and no one knows why. Kind of a lazy way to do that, unless they explain later on why that happened. That would be really cool. But just pretty much basic stuff. You got the main character, which I remember his nickname is Deku, which from the bully, the one who bullies him all the time, he's the one who calls him Deku. I don't remember his real name. But he's made fun of and bullied because he doesn't have any powers. He's just a normal kid. And he wants to be a superhero so bad. And everybody just bullies him about it. He wants to go to the academy and they feel like he's making them look bad, pretty much, for not having any powers and wanting to join the school. And there's one bully in particular with his blonde hair. Don't remember his name either. I'm still new to this. It takes me a while to learn these names, the Japanese names. But he has this power to blow stuff up with his fist, it combusts and just blows up. I can't remember what the power called. It was like a bomb blast or something. He bullies him all the time, takes his notebook, burns it, throws it out the window. Pretty much stuff like that. He even tells him to go basically kill himself because he's a loser. This guy is pretty bad news. I feel like if it follows the Naruto trend that they're going to be in a team together. I'm sure that's what it's going to be. But we'll see how that goes. But like I said before, they're making fun of him. They think that he's just taking the test for fun, that it's not serious. And to them, it's serious. They want to be superheroes someday. And here comes this kid just wanting to do it when he has no abilities. It's what is he going to do? And it makes me feel like he's the underdog and he needs to rise above that. Very, very Naruto feel, but not the same greatness that Naruto gave. I think the one thing I don't like, and I might get a lot of hate about this, is that I'm not a fan of the crazy, wacky humor. Basically, like Fairy Tail, One Piece, where if something really funny is going on, or someone's getting really scared or nervous, the animation gets very, very simple, very, very simplistic and wacky looking, and then the characters are screaming their lungs off in Japanese. And it's not enjoyable. To me, that is not enjoyable. I like more serious anime, like Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan, Parasite, where you don't really have that much wackiness. I mean, even One Punch Man I like, and it had a lot of wackiness, but it did it in a different way. Its humor was more refined, I guess. I don't know how to put it, but if I show you the picture where the eyes get all completely white and gigantic, and their jaw is going down, and they're and they have the water droplets or tears spraying out of their face, or they have any when they sigh, that white thing comes out of their mouth, or in the picture when he bumps his head and it has a yellow thing hitting. When it has stuff like that, that's crossing the border for me, for me enjoying the anime. It will literally make me feel like anything serious that happens is not as serious. I can't take it seriously when it has such wacky stuff going on. I want it to be more serious than what it is. It's not as bad as Fairy Tail. I tried really hard to watch Fairy Tail and I could just not get into it. because even in the fights there was too much wackiness going on, too much yelling and screaming, and it's just, I can't enjoy that no matter how good the story is. There were some parts that were very, very serious where he was gonna get killed by some slime monster, and then his hero saves him, and when they're flying through the air, it gets wacky again. It gets where like, hey, get off me, kid, what are you doing hanging on me? And it's just like, what is this? Is this supposed to be funny? Am I supposed to laugh here? Because to me it's just annoying. I just want to get on with a good story. I don't care about all the crazy crap that happens. I just want to have story, good animation, and not so much wackiness. Even in the parts that were serious, when there's a part when the main character is looking at his favorite hero online, and he's sad because he doesn't have any abilities, any powers, and he wants so badly to be like him. He turns around to face his mom and he has tears in his eyes. But these aren't normal tears. These are gigantic freaking tears. And I feel bad for him, but not the point to where I would really, really care about the story that much, because the tears are all gigantic and it just looks dumb. I mean, I want to laugh instead of feel bad for the kid, pretty much. Like I said before, there's a slime monster trying to take over his body, and he was clutching at himself trying to get the slime off of him. That looked really good. The animation was good there. You could see the fear on his face, that he was in desperate need of help. That is what I like. I like that more of a tone for the anime. Like, very realistic. Not realistic, but just not as crazy. I feel like if I want crazy and wackiness, I'll go watch SpongeBob. I'll go watch a kid's cartoon. This is anime. I want more serious stuff. Now back to one of the main things about the story is that the main character has an idol, pretty much. There's a superhero called All Might that he looks up to a lot, and he meets him, and it's funny because All Might has shading all over him to where you can't even see his face, some of his features on his body. You just he looks like straight out of a comic book, even when he's in broad daylight. It is really weird how they did it, but at the same time it's kind of cool, because it gives like this mysterious vibe to it. All in all, I'm gonna give this show a chance. Me and my sister, what we do is we watch 6 episodes of an anime to test it out. If we don't like the anime by 6 episodes, then it's not for us. Then it's not gonna go anywhere for us. I know some animes do take longer to get into, but we found that 6 is a really good number, because usually that's half of a normal season, which is like 12 or 13 episodes. So hopefully things go smoothly. Hopefully the wackiness doesn't get out of control. If it's too much every episode, it just won't do it for us, which is sad, because there's a lot of animes that I want to watch this year. Attack on Titan Season 2, Tokyo Ghoul Season 3, Naruto to get back into canon. That, speaking of which, May 5th is when Naruto comes back to canon. Thank God. But as I was saying, I have a lot of animes that I want to watch this year that I don't know when they're going to be this year. There's no set date for hardly any of these except for Naruto. And right now, this is one of the only animes that I'm watching because there's nothing else going on. Erased just ended. That was an amazing anime. That one came out of nowhere and was perfect. But this one has potential, but it needs to tone down some things and needs to get better on some things. So we'll see how it goes. Let me know your thoughts. Do you disagree with me? Go ahead and say it in the comments that I'm stupid for what I believe in on this anime. But if you think the hype is real, let me know why the hype is real, and I'll see if I can get into it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great one.